Hello? Okay. Hi guys. Welcome to stream. I'm streaming late as usual. Um... Oh wait, are we doing a main story thing? Oh, I'm gonna skip. Okay. So, hi guys. Hope you all are having a decent Sunday. For transparency's sake, before we get started, I'm not doing good. Something happened. I'm not doing good. In other news, I am going to be playing this while playing Honkai Star Rail today. It's Lost Sword. And what's crazy is I'm pretty sure I played Lost Sword before, but the Lost Sword I played before is way different from the one I'm playing now. Yeah, I was late to the party, and the reason being is because I didn't feel like it, and then I started seeing more ads for Lost Sword, specifically the part where they mention that Yumi and Hikage from Senran Kagura are currently limited time characters in the game. So I was like, okay, well now I just gotta play it now. Because I got Yozakura, Yumi, Yomi, and Hikage in Brown Dust 2. Man, I dropped cash for that, but yeah, no. So I'll be playing this on the side. Yeah, okay. I'm just hurrying up so I can, like, grind for stuff. Because there's only, right now, I think, as of right now, there's like 9 days left for Yumi and Hikage's banner. So... And, like, by the way, the animation and the voice acting for Lost Sword is pretty great. So, if you just see me just suddenly look down and start doing something, it's because I'm playing, Lost Sword on my phone to grind for materials or, like, you know, in-game currency to pull for Hikage and Yumi. Lord knows I might not even get to that point. I'm just gonna try really hard to get them. I don't know. I just started the game. They got me with that. I've been... Yeah, no. But yeah, no, that's the whole thing. I just want to let you guys know about that. Anyway, before we begin, please consider supporting my friend Taylor's GoFundMe's, where she financially supports her daughter. One, the child custody case. Ex-husband is not paying child support. So if you guys could help her out with that, that'd be great. Just donate to the GoFundMe's. Or you can also access the GoFundMe's on my Twitch channel. Alright, we're gonna play some Honkai Star now. And where we left off is the Sweet Dreams and the Golden Goblet. So we're pretty much at the Saber. Okay, they legit just shifted everything. Okay. Okay, hold up. Ron May will be Huo Huo. I actually don't know what a good team for Saber is. I assume I need Archer, but unfortunately I don't have that, so I'm just gonna do this. Let's see. Wait, Ron May. I would love Rappa, but I'm gonna need some support.
Don't worry, Miss Ron May. I am recovering well.
Okay. Yeah. Wait, Saber's on the path of destruction? I didn't notice that. It's a mockery of a war, but you set it up so intricately. I don't get it. The 12 hours that reference the passage of time, and this moon placed right at the heart of it all. Anyone with magecraft training can feel power continuously flowing into this place, but this world has no magecraft or mages. So, did you really design this whole Holy Grail world, man? You don't exactly look like a mage.
Your sharp instincts of a businessman are enough for me to know where and when to make my moves. And the Holy Grail has told me everything I need to know. You are the servant of that galaxy, Ranger. I didn't think your nose would be even sharper than the Bloodhound family's minions. Is it really wise for you to charge in here on your own instead of loyally staying at your master's side? That cowboy's in quite a pinch right now and would appreciate a speedy rescue.
What a pain. If I blow your head right off right here, that'd save my metal clump of master too, no? Let me offer you some advice from experience. The Holy Grail never grants wishes the way people expect. All it leaves behind are dead souls buried by their desires.
I appreciate the advice, truly. In that case, am I not giving the Holy Grail a new purpose? It'll become an entertainment spectacle, much more worthy of investment than some wish-granting chalice.
Entertainment spectacle. I get it now. That clicks pretty well with the essence of the Holy Grail. No wonder it managed to power this Holy Grail war. I've been wondering what you could possibly put into the Holy Grail apart from wine, given this is a barren world where mystics have completely degraded. But if something could replace magical energy and manage to infuse the Holy Grail with enough power to create miracles, well, that changes things entirely. Instead of something that must maintain the concealment of mystics, the Holy Grail war will become a public entertainment spectacle instead. Hey Sakura, welcome to the stream. Then the people on this dream-soaked planet will come to believe in the miracle of the Holy Grail through learning its rituals and witnessing the summoning of heroic spirits. You went to a convention this weekend, Sakura? You told me to guess, so I guessed. And so, little by little, their wishes will turn into fuel, coating the Holy Grail in a fabricated miracle. And the farce you've orchestrated will end up stomping all over those wishes.
Quite the impressive insight, servant from another world. Your presence here was certainly a surprise to me, but you and your friends are needed.
So what did you do this week, if you don't mind me asking? So you did go to a convention this weekend. What convention did you go to? You did another thing? Did you try out a new hobby? Like do crochet or something like that? Ooh, I meant to do auto.
Miss Note? No. It's time for you to show Penacony your true charm.
The curtain fell with a soft rustle, veiling the stage in silence.
I did what you wanted me to do.
Well done, my old friend. So many years have passed, but I still remember every performance you gave, every dance you danced, every melody you sang. You were like a blooming iris. But I prefer how you are now compared to your heydays on the stage.
Oh, so old OT remembers.
The external pretenses. So simple.
You recorded at GeekFest and went to a 24-hour reading of Moby Dick. There was a 24-hour reading of Moby Dick? It's crazy.
Metaphors are as revolting.
What did you record at
as
GeekFest?
leftovers. I've kept my promise. Now, it's your turn.
There's no rush, my old friend. Everything you desire can be obtained without magecraft or miracles. Money is all it takes. The so-called Holy Grail is nothing more than a vessel crafted from gold. And the real stars of this show are about to make their entrance. Your job is to hold them off until the last step of the ritual is complete. Once that is done, I will honor my end of the deal.
Oh, T. Looks like your business acumen has rotted along with this world. I could barely restrain that one
It was boring, there weren't that many people. Oh, but it was a 24-hour reading of Moby Dick, though.
Don't be so modest. Unlike Greedy, you are a true artist. You had the talent to bring thousands of characters to life all on your own. You are the perfect counter to these heroes. I will give you the power the Holy Grail has accumulated so that you can crush them all. Then this grand spectacle will come to a glorious finale.
Interesting. Okay. Compared to that, the Moby Dick, the reading marathon, was more interesting. Oh, you're saying there wasn't that many people at GeekFest. So the Moby Dick 24-hour reading was more interesting. That's wild. No signs of battle. This doesn't quite seem like something Lancer would do. Maybe he went fishing. For what I know about that man, he might even stir up some pointless fights just to walk away happy.
Miss Note, I'm glad you're okay.
Wait. Something's off. Miss Note, I trust that you've seen Lancer here, haven't you?
Yes. He came to the Grand Theater with his spear raised and ready, eager to impale old Odie on the curtain. I couldn't agree more with his approach. I still have dreams left unfulfilled in this miraculous second life. So, I asked him to take a break. And I must insist that every one of you take a break as well.
Uh-oh. What does she mean by that?
Finishes the ritual.
The ritual?
Fear not. There will be no pain. Please, leave your passion and ambitions on the stage. Like how actors shed their fatigue and makeup behind the curtains. And rest.
Uh-oh.
Let the curtain fall! Cannon can present!
That's crazy. Where's this? How is this possible? Why am I in Britain? Is this your homeland? Yes, I remember it all. Every tree, every blade of grass, the fields, the wind sang in this town. Does Castor think she can trap me with these memories? This town is nothing less than where my life as a knight began.
Oh, Artorias! Here to draw the sword, aren't you?
They're calling me Artorias? Is it Aiden?
I knew it! That mage Merlin spun such a tall tale, something about whosoever...
Yeah, you could have gone on to Geek Fest on Saturday, but you got comfortable reading along with Moby Dick. Oh, really? You made the 24-hour reading of Moby Dick sound very interesting, Sakura. Dang.
A little fellow like you, drawing the sword and becoming king? I really can't picture that.
Right, I agree. I hope the Sword in the Stone manages to pick the right king. Master, let's go. What did he just call you? Artorias. That is the male name I used. After all, female king would have had a very difficult time ruling Britain back in those days. We've returned to the moment right before I drew the sword from the stone. I thought Castor would use monsters, foreign armies, or even dragons to trap us here. How I miss all this. I never returned here after I left as a knight. What we see before us is the childish dream I had when I was still just a nameless nobody. The girl seemed drawn by something, her gaze wandered to the end of the path. What a shame. She's created such a fantasy for me, yet I don't even have a mount. I'll find you a trampler. The reading took place in a bookstore called Deep Vellum Bookstore? Oh, interesting. My greatest dream as a child was to have a mount of my own, to become a knight, to ride a horse, to follow this very path across the fields, and reach the grasslands where Ector's house lies. My greatest, yeah. Who's Ector? Hey, welcome Abyssal Spectre, welcome to the stream, how you doing? He's the old knight tasked with raising me. He was my father, in a sense. He always wore a stern expression, but laughed at the smallest things. He always told me that he hoped I'd become the ideal king for this land. You kinda liked it there? Oh, nice. Brick? No, don't brick me! Ah! But in the end, he never got to see me become a king. Why are you bricking me? I'm sorry, Master, I got carried away talking about my past. Now that we're here, how about we set aside our worries about illusions and dreams, and I'll show you around my hometown instead. Oh, you're gonna try to get a job in an internship there? Oh, nice! Like, what is their... out of curiosity, what is their main thing? Because it's a bookstore, but is there, like, a gimmick? Sus emotes, I bet. It looks like it. There, beneath a tree, a tiny night doll rested, as if lost in a dream that would never end. If this is the soldier summoned by Castor, they must be an incredibly powerful opponent. Whoa, that figurine looks totally rad. Whoa, nice emotes, Abyssal. I've never seen a toy like this. My first 15 years were mostly spent caring for horses and honing my swordsmanship. During my breaks, a mage named Merlin would visit me in my dreams and teach me about ruling as a king. What about you, Master? How did you spend your childhood? You've never talked about your past. I don't remember a lot about my past.
The only thing I remember is
it's also a publishing company? Nice. You're gonna go explore Minecraft? Well, hey, thanks for stopping by stream and have fun in Minecraft. Really? No wonder your personality is so carefree. Is it because you don't have a past holding you back, Master?
My earliest memory was boarding a train headed for the stars and meeting many kindred spirits as friends. Though I have no past, I have a future.
I'm really lucky.
I'm really lucky.
Well, even in the face of hardship, you are still continuing on your wonderful journey. I wish I did that in my life. Once upon a time, I also wanted to become a specific person. I wanted to save the land I stood on and the people who lived upon it. I wanted to repel the tyranny of King Vortigern, the White Dragon. I wanted to deliver my people from the foreign invaders' hostile rule. I wanted to be the ideal king my people dreamed of, someone who would save Britain. For that, I would have sacrificed everything. The mage told me that if I could pull the sword from the stone, then I would achieve my wish. Everyone thought that I would save Britain. But no kingdom lasts forever. I didn't save Britain. I once believed that once I slew Vortigern, expelled the foreign invaders, gathered the Knights of the Round Table, and built the impenetrable castle of Camelot, peace would finally come to Britain. But that was all a fleeting dream. The knights who once served me abandoned me, and some even raised armies to challenge my rule. Britain was once again engulfed in war. Merlin had already warned me of all this before I drew the Sword of Selection. He told me that once I drew the sword, I would meet a tragic end, hated by all. And while the kingdom was in its prime, he also told me that Britain would one day fall and its current prosperity was built on the suffering of its king. Yet I thought I could carry the weight of the kingdom's pain and trade it for the peace of the people. The sacrifice would be worth it, and I would be willing to face my thankless end. You remind me of Sunday. Dang, Sakura, calling out Abyssal. You recount the fantastical dream you had during Pentacle's Charmony Festival to savor how a man dreamed of creating a paradise kingdom from his own power. Miss Robin's older brother, his thoughts and actions sound a lot similar to mine. I promised everyone that I would build the ideal kingdom, but I left the land of Britain with endless wars, dying warriors, and starving children. The one who deserves to face destruction is me, not my country or my people. That's how it should have been. You're gonna, better go. You have some plans for tomorrow. I want to focus on that before you forget. Nighty night. Okay, have a good night, Sakura. Thanks for joining stream. Appreciate you very much.
This is the sword.
Wait a minute. Isn't this from... This is Ides Elysiae? Isn't this what Ides Elysiae is? I've wondered countless times had I not drawn this sword, or had there been someone else, whatever. Hold on, what? I've wondered countless times had I not drawn this sword, or had there been someone more suited to be king. Would Britain have truly become the utopia I dreamed of, and what kind of a life would I have lived? To pull out the sword and become king, or to give up and stay in my homeland to quietly live out my days? She's brought me back to the moment I made my choice. Saber, do you wish to stay? Master, so tired. I wish I had a horse to ride across the fields before the sun sets. Saber! You called out, your voice echoing, but the drawn-out words never reached the servant, and the moment she hesitated, fate had already been sealed. In truth, you were never here at all. What remains in this place is merely a shadow of you who you fell into a noble phantasm, lingering in the dream of another.
She was nothing more than an ordinary girl. Playing the part of a king was already painful enough. Why should we force her to continue in the delusion known as heroic spirits? Better to cast aside her sword, abandon her glory, and become a nameless nobody who watches the world's grand show on the sidelines. I'll help all of you to remove the hero's garish makeup, bit by bit, until I've wiped away even the choice you've made to become a hero. Until I've wiped away all the pain you've endured on this thorny road. I've prepared a simple and happy life for all of you in this show, including you, Trailblazer.
Oh.
So, newcomer, are you staying?
Oh, heard a
Someone like
space
you has
station?
Probably already burned through all your luck just trying to get into the Herta space station. But I'll go through the motions and confirm it anyway. Just so you know, Working at the Department of Cosmic Geography isn't as easy as you think.
Cosmic geography? Interesting, interesting. Look at me in the eyes and say that again.
Look, I thought I was pretty impressive too when I first arrived. But you'll be beaten into shape in no time. You're just a regular researcher on this station. No one's gonna even bat an eye at your so-called talents and smarts.
But I'm the galactic baseballer.
And I'm the cosmic geographer.
But I defeated Tatalov.
Who's that, a game character?
But I'm a nameless. I don't belong here.
Are you dreaming or something? Maybe you should take a sick day and get a checkup at the medical department. I'm a bit of a fan of the Astral Express, and I know that every nameless who boards it has been through some incredible adventures. So, tell me, what great deeds have you done?
I face-tanked the Doomsday Beast's ultimate.
Oh, I've heard of that. Apparently, a valuable relic was stolen from the space station. It was swallowed by a mysterious intruder, which then led to an attack from the Antimatter Legion. If it weren't for Madame Herta stepping in to handle the crisis, we'd all be burnt to a crisp by now. Any idea who that mysterious intruder was? Yep, you guessed it. It was you, brat. The only reason you got a job here is that lead researcher Asta took pity on you.
I defeated Ventilia on the Xianzhou.
Oh, you mean the Lord Ravager who recently appeared on the Xianzhou and caused a huge ruckus? From what I've heard, her plan was foiled by the general of the Luofu, but the Xianzhou people paid a heavy price for it. Listen, don't use someone else's tragedy as your bragging material.
Huh? I woke Penacony from its eternal slumber.
Let me guess. Next, you'll say you were invited to the Charmony Festival and became the festive superstar.
Right on, bro! The man looks at you with the exasperation written all over his face, visibly biting back a snarky remark. I don't know what to say.
Oh, I know what's happening now. The Department of Implement Arts imported a batch of dream bubbles. Loads of young, naive researchers have been wasting entire days in them, ignoring even their paid work. You probably ate too much of that Memoria too and thought those illusions were real. Why else would you believe you're a nameless aboard the Express? Well, I can't say I blame you. I heard the Express did invite you to join them, but you turned them down. Are you regretting that choice now?
Wait, really? But I did board the Express. Became afraid.
I became afraid.
But that was never... Was that answer truly what you thought, or was it some sort of elusive manipulation? You tried to piece together, I didn't mean to hit that, stupid son of a gun. What has happened, but your memories feel more distant with every passing second. About the astral is expressed in the nameless, like sand under the waves. Your memories crumble and fade, and suddenly you understand why Saber chose to stay, even just for a moment. Uh-oh. Why didn't you step aboard the Astral Express back then on that split-second impulse? It no longer matters. The researcher in the Department of Cosmic Geography standing before you watches you closely, perhaps searching for words of comfort or maybe looking for the right joke to shatter the heavy silence. Eventually he speaks.
Well, your resume doesn't show any particular skills, so I'll start you off with some light tasks. Sort the Department of Cosmic Geography's expenditure report for the past 6 months, schedule research meetings for the upcoming month, collect project proposals from all levels of researchers. Yeah, that should keep you busy for a while.
Am I really a researcher?
What else would you be, Madam Herta? I'm off. Be sure to do your job well.
He turns to leave, yet could not help himself from looking back at you.
Yeah. Sometimes I regret picking the Geography of the Universe course when I was 14 and walking away from quantum history. I felt math was just too tough for me back then. But now I ask myself, would I still be stuck in this dead-end job if I made a different choice? No, come on. Don't worry about the
Oh, nice, I got Ikage and Lost Sword, let's go.
Choice you've already made. Look at me. Things aren't so bad here, are they?
Dang. This is all wrong, you scream internally, but the fury is fleeting.
You're late, newcomer. A
Level
few more
3.
System days of delay, and we'll miss the reimbursement deadline. I'll cut you some slack, given that you're new. Now get to work.
What a messy desk. Am I supposed to organize all this stuff? Where do I even start?
Please tell me I got Yumi. No, I didn't get Yumi. No. Shoot. Alright. Sort by budget category.
Too slow. Keep going like this, and you'll still be here when the Amber Lord makes our next hammer swing.
Don't push your luck. Is this really what you want? Take a breath. Don't lash out. Focus on what you truly need to do. Take out the baseball bat and give her a good beating. No way. The bat you always have at your side is no longer there. Then again, did you ever really have it in the first place? I quit. But where would you go? Is there anywhere you can go? You're young with no special talents. Isn't your best bet a cushy job with full benefits, clocking in every day until the world ends? It's fair. Complete the basic task. That last one hit me hard. As a corporate worker, oh my gosh.
What are you standing around for? You think space bionic snails are going to do the work for you?
Sort by timeline. Yes, that's it. Calmly and nicely drop the fight. By now, the job feels like second nature. Might as well tidy up the last of the files. Document file. Department of Cosmic Geography Financial Statement 1. Department of Cosmic Geography's monthly financial statement. Did you know human memory cannot simulate non-existent things? Never having taken this path, you cannot possibly imagine the Department of Cosmic Geography's research context. Do you understand what I'm telling you? I am you, at least a fragment of your subconscious. Final cry before blank blank. You don't belong here. Quick, blank, hurry. She's become aware. I blank 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 blank. Now you must blank on your own.
These reports are animal.
Financial Statement 9? 1. 3 slices of blank purchased from Belobog. The following is a brief description of the environment in which the blank was discovered alongside a detailed analysis of its components. The blank primarily revolves around trailblazing and can be roughly categorized into the heroic spirit blank, adventurous experiences, companions, and blank. Blank with unique properties purchased from the Lafu. The analysis of its nature is as follows. For detailed experimental procedures, please refer to the project report. The gaze of the Eon had no significant impact on the fundamental nature of the blank. There is a potential for escaping blank, but no one can truly break free from blank. Do not step onto the stage and do not aspire to become a hero. There you'll find only blank 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 and blank. Do not go down that sorrowful path.
Hold on. I think
If you're going to ask me have we met before, my answer is gonna be no. See, you definitely know me. He glanced at his work tag. On it, just a single letter. A. Department. Domestic Services. Wait, since when does the space station have a Domestic Services department?
come on, Uncle A. Don't you ever feel like you don't belong here?
I dreamt that I was part of the Holy Grail War. I get it, I really do. Dozens of researchers come up to me every day, all claiming they don't belong here. They think they should be somewhere else because life isn't going their way. It's just another dressed-up excuse to escape reality. As long as your instinct is just to back down and run, you'll run out of places to go, even if you manage to get out of this place. Personally, I think this place isn't so bad. No world-threatening crises, no freaks trying to end humanity. The kitchen's convenient, too. Though their ingredients are a bit odd. We've still got a little girl who throws around gemstones like dirt, but it's pretty much a utopia for most people. There's no turning back once you leave your ordinary life behind. You glance at him, wanting to say something but decided not to. Changed your mind, huh? I knew it. You don't really want to leave, do you? Freaking Archer. Days passed. After long hours of sorting, you're finally done with the work. Although an uncanny feeling lingers in your chest. Before it's resolved, you should take a break.
I'm exhausted. I feel like I can't even think anymore.
Rest. Drifting quietly over the surface of a dream, suspended in the moment before you sink. Let me tell you a story about a king. A king named Uther. He ruled the people of Britain before I showed up, and after my appearance, he launched an attack against the White Dragon to protect his people, a battle that ended in defeat. Even so, people still called him the greatest king. What do you think made him a hero? The innate glory of being a king? No, the names of kings from other tribes, kings equal to his stature, have all been forgotten. He raised the sword to challenge a dragon he knew he could never defeat. The sword shattered, the bow snapped, and he was beheaded. As a human, everything about him was destined to fail. But the way he raised his sword to bring deliverance left a shining star in Britain's darkest nights. The stars we may see may not be their original forms, but their light isn't a lie. It will shine for ages, lighting the way for the next hero. That heroic spirit who lost her name referred to our lives as a stage, and she used her noble phantasm to erase the star's radiance. But Master, if you still have courage, if you're still willing to become that star, and all the spectators who have seen you will also step onto the stage, becoming heroes themselves. Look at me, talking all big all of a sudden and doing a bad imitation of Merlin. Where are you? I'm waiting for someone who's about to take the stage. I'm also riding through the wilderness. Dream is nearing its end, Master, for me and you. Into the conference room?
What a strange dream.
Lancer? Hey buddy, if you're here to slack off, you're a bit too late. This place is already at full capacity. I'm here to work. Well, no worries. You work here and I'll slack off. We each get what we need. For now, you ignore the security department staff's careless attitude and lower your head to resume your task. You've got this. You're not losing to some grown-ups who's slacking all day. First on the list, a quantitative analysis of mycophage cluster interference on planetary magnetic fields. 15 attendees. Must be scheduled within the next 2 days. This morning. Sorry there are no conference rooms available at your requested time. The next afternoon. Oh, okay. The night after the next day. Ugh, the conference rooms are fully booked even at night. People here really are workaholics. Ah, wait, you're the Stellaron they were talking about, huh? Tell me, when you sleep, do you glow like a firefly? Young ones like you should really find a mentor, learn some skills, and carve your own path. Live like a true hero, no strings attached. Ignore the distractions around you. Let's look at the next meeting's details. The effects of star-quake phenomena on the artistic expression of researchers. 2 attendees, no time constraints. 1 year later. Something stirs in your memory, sparks from an engine streaking past the space station, the faint weightlessness before the Express conducts a warp jump. Wait, no, none of this is real. Researcher, you should be focusing on your task at hand. You've still got 999 more meetings to schedule. Better hurry up and finish before things spiral out of control. Man-made Ore Symposium. Alright, including the 2 new system-generated meetings, just 897 more to go. And the list is done. Natural Ore Symposium. That's right, exactly. Blank. You're in the zone now, handling the work before you with practiced ease. Blank Celeron, blank Symposium. You ever tried fishing, buddy? Don't be fooled by the vacuum outside, there's still plenty to catch. There's the migrating invisible carp, the silicone-based soft-boned fish that put up a fight. I even caught a trotter last time. Although you are exhausted beyond measure, the man's expression moves you. Your entertainment during a momentary respite from work, a fishing rod. Life at the space station isn't as bleak as you thought. Maybe this is your utopia. By the way, I heard the Astral Express is coming back and we'll be stopping at the space station for a while. Want to go check it out? Just for fun.
The Astral Express. I turned down their invitation back then.
Oh yeah.
Did I really make the right choice?
No! I'd be going in for it. If I was given the chance, and if I was given the chance and things...
How's life been on the space station?
If I was given the chance to do something like this, and they would provide a package to help cover everything else I was doing currently, I would totally take this. Great. Couldn't be better.
I'm glad to see you've settled in here. Oh, we traveled to many places after we parted ways. Bellabog, the Cienjo Lafu, Penacony. There were both good and bad moments along the way.
Why are you rubbing it in, jerkwad? How's Don Hung doing?
Don Hung? It wasn't an easy journey, but he's back on the Lafu now. After all, that's where he's from.
How's Mr. Yang?
Have you ever heard of the planet called Earth? Soon after Don Hung left us, Welt found the way back home, just as he had hoped.
Earth?
Let's pray he makes it there safely.
How's Pom Pom? Himiko frowns as if your question has caught her off guard. An unsettling sensation flickers through your mind. You never boarded the express, so who is this Pom Pom you speak of?
Where did you hear the conductor's name? Did Don Hung tell you? Pom Pom's still the same.
Oh, because Pom Pom only exists in the Astral Express right now. And since Kalis rejected the invitation, how would he know about Pom Pom?
Might have changed if you had come with us. Sadly, the trailblazing expedition doesn't leave room for regrets and what-ifs.
What about March 7th?
March? I'm not sure how to put it. I hope that friend from the garden can cure her.
Wait, what? Any new passengers aboard? That's foreshadowing for what happened in Euphorius.
After we left the space station, we did have some passengers traveling with us for a short time. But they've all gone their separate ways now. Our friends from the Interastral Peace Corporation recently suggested we make a stop at Camelot. That planet should have been destroyed by the Antimatter Legion long ago.
Camelot?
We've been picking up multiple distress signals from there. So we're
Wait, does
stuck in
Camelot
the space
actually
station for a
exist in the
while.
Honkai Star Rail universe? Is Fate Stay Night part of the Honkai Star Rail universe? Hold on.
If you want.
I'll pack my bags right away. Is that really how you feel? If joining the Astral Express doesn't change your life for the better, what then? What if what awaits you isn't a grand adventure, but endless cleaning, constant repairs, wounds that never heal, and death steeped in despair? What will you do then? What if you can't help anyone? What if you become a dead weight on the Express? What if a nameless gives their life to save you, yet everyone silently wishes you'd just leave? What will you do? Think about it. What answer should you
I'll
give?
think about it. I'll make sure to give you my answer before the express leaves.
All right. I'll respect your choice no matter what you pick.
I'm so tired.
Peaceful dreams stirred by birdsong beyond the window. However, can a robin really sing in the vacuum of space?
Let me tell you the story of a bird who was imprisoned wrongfully. She was once a singer, thrown into a dark cell for composing songs that the powerful didn't like. The bird heard many voices of sorrow. So, she sang for the others trapped inside, soothing their homesick hearts and inspiring them to rise up. In the end, the bird broke free with a pocket watch, a wolf, and countless companions by her side. The bird believed that she would begin a new life after gaining freedom. She would shine on the stage and the silver screen, displaying her beautiful feathers and just as she had once brought hope to the hopeless. But she was wrong. Penacony soon became unrecognizable. The songs she sang, the films she starred in, and even her own life were all locked away in a cage called money. Turned into mere commodities. The movie studio wanted to turn the bird into a symbol of beauty. But the bird longed to escape from this suffocating, filthy gutter. They stripped away her stage name, replaced her with a fresh-faced chick, and smothered her with slander and rumors, leading her to a disgraceful end.
So, you seek revenge on those who tarnished your name?
No. The exact opposite, in fact. When I returned to this world, I realized there was no one left to take revenge on. Instead, I will reclaim the name they took from me and erase every single work I've ever produced. I'll destroy every trace of my existence.
Why?
As
you know how it feels to be locked in a cage and have everything taken from you. So why do you still trap the Masters and heroic spirits in your noble phantasm when they wish to end this Holy Grail war? Old Odie may be able to fulfill your wish, but the cost he demands is far greater. As someone born in the same era as him, you should know this better than I do.
Oh, so she knows that Note was born in the same era as
more than a
OT.
parasite feeding on Penacony. Of course I won't trust him. But you're different, Master. He's a worm who has a wish for the Holy Grail. Yet, there's nothing the Holy Grail can do to sway you. If you want to stop my noble phantasm, you'll have to force me with a command spell. Come, Master. Take away my free will. Just like how they took away my name and career with their contracts and laws.
You
Wow.
know I won't
Note's
do that
going
myself.
insane.
Let's make a wager. I've never once gambled in my life. I bet that those masters and servants will not yield to your noble phantasm, even though you've stripped their identity as heroes. I trust them.
I will wait and see.
The birdsong fades into silence.
I feel like I had a strange dream.
Is Kayla's just seeing what's going on with all the masters and servants in this Holy Grail War? Is that what's going on?
My body feels so heavy.
Godfrey, how many days has it been since you started working at the space station? 30? 90? Even longer? Do you still remember what you need to do now? Compiling project proposals from all levels of researchers. But by now, it's second nature, something you could do with your eyes closed. Breeze through the work. Close his eyes. I wish I could do that. Go to work, sit in my cubicle, close eyes, and then just all the work's done. Breeze through the work. Breeze through the work. Are you giving me more options? Still thinking about the Astral Express? You've been wrestling with that choice for ages and still haven't made up your mind. They'll be departing soon. Wish them a journey full of wondrous encounters. I want to leave. I don't know where to go? If you board the Express, what waits for you may be nothing but danger and the terrifying unknown. Your deeds will be forgotten in time and your journey will eventually come to an end. Let me go! I long for a quiet, ordinary life. So you are glad you stayed. No ticket, no bat, no danger, just a quiet, peaceful, and undisturbed life. The work you had piled up took far too much of your time. 1 day, 2 days, 10 days. Maybe you'll never catch up to the Astral Express again. And bro. Hey Archer. It's crack-a-lackin'. Oh, and Lancer too. Isn't that our Stellaron boy? I was about to mix you a drink, but since you're still underage, I'll hold off for now. I feel like my current life is a lie. Funny, isn't it? Sometimes I think I shouldn't be working as a space station security guard either. So, do you want to board the Astral Express? That's right. Every year there are researchers who want to go with the Express, but when it's time to leave, they all back down without fail. They know they are just seeking an escape from their stressful lives instead of actually wanting an adventure that could cost them their life. So, what do you really want? I want to leave my current life behind. Staying where I am is fine. Someone better will come along. I'm just an ordinary person. Why speak of regrets when everyone who has ever lived has regretted something? Yet, had everyone turned back because of their fear of regrets, humanity would never have produced any heroes. Even if the road ahead is unclear, some still set off, driven by the desire to chase a wish. It may be seen foolish, but that's what gave birth to the Nameless, the Trailblazers, and to humanity's heroes. The doll you carry is proof of a certain hero's existence. Do you know what it is? A shabby little trinket that left a trace in history because of one person's silly wish. The Express may have already left, or it may not have, but if you truly want to walk this path, what does it matter if there's no Express? If you truly believe you are a Nameless, then there is only one thing left for you to do. I must set off. Thanks, Archer. You truly are a Shiro.
Let's go to the lab. Hit the cafeteria. Let's go. Isn't life on the space station wonderful?
I mean, I bet it is, but like, I have to do research.
There's no antimatter legion.
But there is. Don't lie. I feel like the Antimatter Legion would find that comment disrespectful, bro.
Stop. The future of a Nameless is nothing but emptiness and despair. Do you think you're special? Think of Tiernan and Kelbeck, the Nameless who were better than you. They were all consumed by the lightless.
Oh, that's how you know you don't know what happened. Because they... So you'll finally admit?
So you'll finally admit.
I was like, well, hold on. Those two people did what they wanted to do, so they lived their life the way they wanted, so... No. The voices that once spoke to you fell silent in an instant. They never spoke again. Because they basically admitted that Kalis is a Nameless. Good. What? What do I do? What do I do? Do I go past the... I do! I thought I couldn't go through that wall. That NPC wall. Go, Kalis! To where you began! Oh, a bat. Plain, unimpressive, yet strangely familiar. You once believed you'd never hold it again in this lifetime.
Would you still pull this weapon out? Even if it'll bring about a tragic end?
Here for a fun time, not a long time. That's what Merlin told me too.
Which is why I've crafted such gentle dreams for you all. Isn't that what you've been looking for all this time?
I did wonder whether someone else might have done a better job as king if they pulled out the Sword of Selection, but I can't blame the girl who drew the sword in the stone for overestimating herself. She just wanted to deliver something from disaster, just like the king who challenged the White Dragon. If I was given another chance to make my choice, I would tell her, I hope you can do better this time. Master, you've had enough rest in your happy dream, haven't you? Now let's leave this place together.
You'll regret this!
Grab the bat.
I'll never regret.
Hey, that's a one-liner. Like the SpongeBob meme. Firmly grasp it. Saber pulling the sword from the stone, Kalis pulling the bat from the holographic projection thingy, whatever. Yeah, that was a pretty dope. That was a pretty dope cutscene. Oh, that's pretty dope. That's pretty dope. Unimpressive death.
Existence is unity. Dream vanished. All will be swept away by the wind. Not this time. Clouds scattered.
Holy Lance! I'm so glad there's auto battle. I'm just letting it do the work while I play Lost Sword.
All will be swept away by the wind. Let us dance once more.
Fiend or devil, I'll crush them all.
I failed. Just like how I failed in life. This is a fitting end for a traitor.
Okay, well, no, you've been through the ringer. I'm not even angry at you. You just did what you did because you thought it was right or whatever.
Why did you choose to remain on Penacony's stage after leaving your prison?
Because I still remember how the rough prisoners fell silent and the crying children smiled whenever I started to sing. Those small moments made me feel free, even in that iron cage. But Penacony has changed. After so many Amber eras, it's become almost unrecognizable. And now, I am locked in this newly forged prison. Anyway, it's time to end this. A servant who betrayed their master has no right to exist.
Then, as you wish. With the first command spell, I return your name to you. On behalf of Penacony, Asna.
Oh!
Even if they have trademarked your name and stripped you of everything, that does not make you an unknown failure. Hold your head high, Mother of Iris. With
The Mother of the Iris family?
I return to you the testament of your existence as a heroic spirit. Your death was what made singers and artists realize the need to reclaim their freedom and dignity from merchants.
Robin.
You are not some forgotten shadow. You are the founder of the Iris family, one of the 5 major lineages of Penacony.
Okay, that's news to me. I didn't know that.
That's why you chose to borrow that name, isn't it? A figure shaped by your students and friends, by Maven and the Watchmaker, Miss Note, the one who sang freely in Dreamville.
No more. I don't want to hear anymore.
With the third command spell, as your junior on the stage, I return to you your freedom as a person.
Oh.
Mother of Iris, you will no longer be controlled by anyone from this moment on. You will now only dance for yourself.
Oh.
This farce is nearing its end. but I hope you can step out of the Grand Theater before you disappear and meet Penacony's artists. You are still a hero to them, no matter the slanders your name bears.
That's so sweet. That was so aw. Robin did a W there. Meanwhile, the master and their servants freed from the whatever that happened. Meanwhile, the master and their servants freed from the dreamscape slipped into the heart of the Grand Theater. Since a powerful force similar to magical energy, it seems the Holy Grail's holder is about to complete the ritual. The last two servants left are Rider and Berserker. Which one will face us, or will it be both? With the enemy already in possession of the Holy Grail, it looks like we're in for a brutal fight. 3 against 2, the advantage is mine. Master, I swear in this sword that it'll protect you no matter the cost.
Boothill and the others got out too.
A different life? Penacony's dream bubbles are pure cancer.
Adventuring, dude, no wonder why.
And that servant's fantasy almost finished the job.
Dang, Adventuring must have been having a migraine in that dream bubble.
Where did you put you?
I had a dream where I could never win.
Oh, Christ.
To live as an obedient serf and gave up on even the thought of gambling.
Darn right. Quit gambling. That's quite the educational dream you had there.
And you? Where'd she send you?
Me? I had a long-awaited reunion.
Oh. As they talked, Blue had already loaded his gun. Next up, the final battle with the Mastermind. Yo, if isn't the first heroic spirit to get trapped in her reality marble, didn't you use those long legs of yours well enough? This is the first thing I hear after I got out. Darn it, my head's killing me. Feels like I've been through a long and thrilling adventure. Not sure why, but I think my enemies all had fish heads on their necks. With enemies on the way, the two servants were more than ready to fight. Wait, so Archer and Saber were playable characters. What about Lancer? What about Lancer, the man, the myth, the legend, Lancer? Why didn't he get a place to be a playable character in the game? What?
Looks like Lady Osner has failed. What a shame. She was just one step away from tearing the flame of dreams off the servants and tossing them into the Holy Grail as fuel. But that's the business world for you. No matter how capable your collaborator is, you gotta handle the most critical parts yourself.
Oh, fudgehead. It's time to tell us what kind of stinking pie you're cooking up with this Holy Grail war.
You practically have one foot in the grave. Don't tell me you're going to wish for immortality.
Oh, I've lived for 10 Ember Eras already. As long as I give the word, my medical team can squeeze a few more years out of these old bones.
Oh, I didn't pay attention. Shoot, what? Then are you trying to crush your business rivals? I heard there's some bad blood between you and my master.
Was a great misunderstanding.
How do I go back to lobby?
There are
Fudge.
no enemies that can't be made into friends in the world of business.
Huh, good point. But I'm still very curious about your little scheme.
Mr. Oti, surely you wouldn't be like the mages I know, willing to forsake both life and humanity just to reach the fruit of all things. Freaking...
Miss, what you're talking about is something only the Genius Society would obsessively chase after.
Then what's your real reason, then?
I've been very clear about this from the start. The Charmony Festival met a hasty rap. And Penacony needs a fresh economic boost. We need to create a business venture that will grab everyone's attention. A Holy Grail that grants wishes is just the golden goose we need.
Oh, so old Oti's in it just for the entertainment side. He wasn't joking about that, that's funny.
We'll own a glorious show to keep the money rolling in for 10 more Ember Eras. A carnival that even the Charmony Festival can't compete with. Even if I do have some personal objectives in this first ever Penacony Holy Grail War, that's none of your concern.
Why don't you just ask the Holy Grail for cash?
Wealth that pops out of thin air will only lead to inflation. Financial growth can't be achieved.
What a... Dang, Odie's grounded if he's like, why would I wish for money if it causes problems economically for Penacony? What the fuck? An economist with morals, I guess. What the heck?
What I like is watching people swarm into Penacony, spending their entire fortunes just to buy a chance to enter the Holy Grail War. I like having alfalfa credits pour out of the gilded hour, entering the cosmic exchange. I like seeing my business rivals being crushed and manipulated, and then lose everything in the end. I like to acquire companies that I've never heard of, fusing them into my empire with a mere wave of my pen. The golden hour will set the prices for goods based on my desires, and the blue hour will craft Penaconian fashion based on my whims. Do you honestly believe Penacony was built on empty ideas like dreams and wishes? No. What truly underpins and supports this city is what you deem crude. It's the unending flow of money. On this rock called money, we have built the planet of festivities.
Yo, let's go, I pulled Yumi! I have Yumi and Lost Sword! Alright, I got all the Center and Kagura characters, alright. that are in the Lost Sword collab. No matter what your plans may be, there can only be one victor in the Holy Grail War. Your actions in this farce have already placed every servant squarely against you. Now we stand together before you, shrewd merchant. I just want to finish what I didn't get to do a few hours ago. I'm sick and tired of fish heads. The head of this old desperate fogey with broken dreams is what I'd call a real trophy. You see this evil man's old head as a trophy? I thought you had better taste than that, Lancer.
It seems you're all eager to prepare for my demise. But since there can only be one winner in this game, how do you plan to decide the victor after I bow out? Why don't we discuss a collaboration instead? Whoever can eliminate the others shall have the chance to make their wish to the Holy Grail. I will give you that right. We can even formalize it with a contract.
Dang, this man was like, hey man, I'm up for whatever, as long as I get my hit.
Everyone's desires. After all, isn't this the very moment you've all been fighting for? Masters and servants?
Shh, no peace, wait. Shh, no peaceful resolutions, please. This... Holy Grail that sullies everyone's wishes is just a counterfeit for us to smash to pieces. Isn't that right, Master?
We need to whip this fella's hind end, then smash it to pieces.
Our opinions rarely align, but I'm fond of this idea. What do you think, Mr. Adventurine? It's nice to play as the hero of justice now and then, isn't it?
Well, I've already been the scapegoat once today, so I'll pass this opportunity to Mr. Odie.
Which cracks me up, because he was used for the scapegoat of Penacony. I trust my master. It seems I won't be able to claim the Holy Grail for you. I trust your choice. I must thank Miss Note's dream for showing me the truth. What truly matters is not the ending, but the journey we take to chase something and to deliver it from destruction. I don't need the Holy Grail. The wishes I did not fulfill will end here.
If you are all so keen to make me your enemy, I suppose I'll have to become the final challenge on this variety show. The rules said a master is supposed to summon a historical figure as their servant to enter the Holy Grail War, but who should I summon? This question has haunted me for quite some time. Should I get the washed-up director I sponsored? Or the legendary star whose name I purchased? No, they are not worthy of...
I like the person who voices old OT. Pretty good voice.
Thought crossed my mind. Why not summon myself? A person who's still standing strong after 10 amber eras of business intrigue? Isn't this living legend staring back at me in the mirror?
Summons himself? Bro, this man's insane.
Myself as the catalyst. I wanted to see how the business magnate Oti reflected in the history of Penacony would respond to my call as a servant. I wanted to see how people truly view me in history.
Whoa. And have you got your answer?
The answer really hurts. To them, I'm nothing but a parasite, sucking out the sap of Penacony's oak from the top. A bug, madly devouring wealth.
Oh, that's crazy, dude. Oh, I have to play? Bro, you're insane.
So, the person we've been talking to was old Odie's servant all along?
Alright. Shoot. I wish Saber was voiced. Okay. Activate your command spell? Oh. Oh, cool. Oh! So they had that? Let's go! Berserker money grubbing parasite. That's funny.
Unite our goals. Existence is unity.
They all. Oh, there we go. Oh, I didn't mean to. Yeah. Oh. Uh-huh. Are you kidding me? Darn it! Saber, no! Right? Oh, it's you. Okay. Oh! There we go.
Every petal, all will be swept away by the wind.
Oh! Oh, and I also have the command spell.
Let us dance once more.
You know, maybe I should pay attention to the command spell thing. Oh, I did it?
With the power of the command spell, I command you to unleash your noble phantasm and shatter the Holy Grail!
Oh, man, I wish I heard Saber say Excalibur, bro. Come on! Ah, nice. It's finally over.
Is this grand theater ever gonna see a day of peace? I'm starting to feel bad for the Bloodhounds and the Dreamweavers.
No need to feel bad for a heritage building insured with hundreds of different policies. Old Odie would never allow himself to lose a single coin over that.
So he dragged everyone to this Holy Grail war while hiding in the shadows, and none of you are gonna make him pay for it? We should make him pay for our emotional damage.
Unfortunately, no master was harmed in the making of this show. Even if we tried to hold him accountable, he'd probably just brush it off with his usual tricks. The best legal team money can buy, and sky-high compensation. And I fear the Holy Grail War has already given him returns far beyond what he's put into it.
That's fair, yeah.
The silver lining is that this little spectacle will serve as the perfect excuse during negotiations for Madame Jade to pry open an even bigger opportunity in Penacony.
Does Scott have no rights? Hey, man.
Mr. Scott's issues will be handled by the IPC.
These Penaconian rules, stinking of money won't keep me down. Lancer, let's go take care of that old budger.
Master, while I'm all in on that suggestion, time's running out. Without the Holy Grail holding us up, us servants need to go back to where we belong. Are you leaving already?
Such a shame, brother. If we ever cross paths again, I'll take you to the finest honky-tonk in the cosmos for a drink.
Finest in the cosmos, huh? That's something to look forward to. Alright, no need for a tearful farewell for us bros. Let's not ruin the good run we've had together. Till we meet again, buddy. You two. Seriously, why can I never get a proper fight with you? Is that so? I distinctly remember beating you. You know me, just a humble archer. Let's call this one another loss on me. I'm done arguing with you lot. I'm gonna take another peek at Penacony's views before leaving for good. And so, it's time to say goodbye, Master. I have to admit that your fashion sense could use a little work, but as a servant, I'm genuinely glad to have fought by your side in this Holy Grail War. I can still see the determined heart of the child you once were underneath all your grand speeches and extravagant flair. You know, it would feel pretty good to be a hero of justice once in a while.
Let's skip the last-minute psychoanalysis, alright? And when it comes to fashion, you're not much better than me, Guardian of Humanity.
That brings up a good point. Why would I, a Guardian of Humanity, get summoned to a war without the counterforce? Archer, you should know why you were summoned here. You were summoned as a heroic spirit. A hero, huh? I'll chalk it up as a beautiful dream. A faint smile tugged at the man's cold face before he vanished from sight. Soon, only the final pair of master and servant remained. I'm glad I was summoned to this strange world and got to experience it with you. Anything else you want to say to me? I saw your fears in your dream, but Master, don't be burdened by the emotions that come with being human. The fear of the unknown, the dread of loss, or the regret of what you couldn't achieve. Even Heracles was just a child before becoming a hero. May not be strong enough now, but I have faith that you'll eventually become a star that illuminates the entire cosmos. Like you did? If my existence can occasionally light the way forward for you, that would be more than I could hope for. Master, please send my regards to the person you will become in the future. As the lumen flux dimmed, the valiant girl knight faded, vanishing just as she had arrived. At the same time, in the Dreamflux Reef, the host of the Holy Grail War is sitting elsewhere watching the scenery with interest.
The Holy Grail broke. What a shame. People have pursued it, fought for it, made sacrifices for it, and died for it. Much like they did for our own Penacony. They poured their dreams into Penacony to shape the planet into what it is today. But the question is, has Penacony ever answered their dreams? Look at this Memoria singularity. 10 Amber Heirs have passed. And out of those who once came here to build Penacony from the ground up, only one despicable old man is left. His friends, his enemies, they're all gone. I must confess to both of you, my wish has been granted. No matter how you see me, no matter how deeply we hated each other in the past, the Holy Grail has recognized your achievements and brought you forth as heroic spirits. Don't you think this is a rather unique reunion of old friends? It's unfortunate that Mikhail, that old rascal, couldn't be here to join us.
Mr. Odie, your wish truly moves me. If I didn't know you better, I'd almost be swayed by your sweet words. A reunion of old friends. No, it's just another part of your business deal.
Greedy, or perhaps I should now address you as Mr. Recker. Is the editing of the footage complete? That is such an important task, after all.
I've cut out everything related to the participants' privacy and kept only the most thrilling parts of the Holy Grail War. It may not be an artistic masterpiece, but it should meet your commercial expectations.
That'd be enough for me. You artists always aim to carve your names into art's annals no matter the cost. Too bad those who actually succeed are as rare as the winners of the Holy Grail War. I'm not like that. What else can truly measure the effort you've put in apart from cold, hard cash?
The memories of former heroic spirits are also worthy compensation.
Memories of a flop director like Greedy? Do enlighten me. What worth do those hold?
His memories are indeed positively worthless as a filmmaker, but when it comes to him as a person, those memories are treasures beyond compare. He has had his struggles, disappointments, and defiance, only to be reduced to another nameless nobody. That man is a symbol of the Penacony of his times, a most ridiculous clown and a most genuine hero. How could I ever miss out on a memory with as many facets as a veritable diamond? But now, I'm more curious about you, sir. You've spent so much money, only to create such an unsightly mess. Aren't you worried you'll end up in disgrace like Greedy?
A merchant at my age who still cares about dignity would be an absolute failure.
Oh, in that case, my business here is settled. I'll take my leave.
All right. It's your turn, Miss Osner. I'll sign the declaration to renounce the trademark on your name and all rights to your creative works. Are you happy with that?
Happy? Never. But if you don't carry it through, I'll squeeze your puny neck with every ounce of my strength until I disappear. I'll watch you take your last breath, even if I know it won't actually kill you. Goodbye, Penacony's most successful merchant. There's something I've always wanted to say to you. I wish you were already dead.
Now that's a heartfelt confession. Osner, I do hope your wish comes true one day.
Same time aboard the Express. Bro, that's a complicated love-hate relationship those people had. From the beginning of Penacony, I guess. Far from the heat of battle, the servants of another rider class states, wait, what? As a rider, he once... Oh, that's right, because Pom Pom was one of the masters. As a rider, he once built an unsinkable little ship named the Compass. As a rider, he was once a nameless who rode the stars aboard an interstellar express. Oh, wait. As a, far from the heat of battle, the servant under the rider class stays on the sidelines. From the very beginning, it seems he had no intention of fighting. Centuries have passed. Now, as a heroic spirit, the young man finally returns to the place where he once worked tirelessly. An old friend awaits him there.
March 7th is always bringing back bizarre and curious things.
Oh, it's Mikhail.
And it only gave Pom-Pom a single point. Also, watch out
Wait.
for Himiko's coffee. It's the most terrifying beverage Pom-Pom's ever encountered.
So you're telling me that Mikhail... It's not Mikhail, I forget what his name is.
Is it worse
Misha.
from Granholm's hometown?
Misha, the fact that Misha materialized outside of the dreamscape is insane.
I'd love to have a try.
Whoa.
And
Oh, Pom Pom is like so... Oh.
Pom-Pom had such high hopes for Don Hong, but even he started to follow along now. Mm-hmm. You passengers are all the same! Mikhail, you're spacing out again! What's going through that head of yours?
He knows it's time.
Conductor, looks like it's time to say our goodbyes again.
Oh, Pom
Will
Pom.
you be returning to the Express? Maybe. I'm just happy to hear that so many people like me have boarded the Express over the years. The nameless come and go. Some find a place they want to stay, while others keep moving forward. Just like the silver rails that never stop. That's the Astral Express. I'm sure the conductor's future will never be lonely.
Oh.
The Holy Grail War is coming to an end, and wandering souls must return to their rest. I need to go back to Penacony. Mikhail, remember, whether you leave or stay, the Astral Express will always be the home of the Nameless. Pom-Pom will always be here, waiting for your return.
Oh.
It's a deal then, conductor. The next time the Express stops at Penacony, please sound the horn for me, Rosalina, and Tiernan. If we can hear it, then we'll definitely come visit you. It's a promise.
Gather your thoughts to the present. There really is a chance to fulfill a wish. What will yours be, Godfred? Make a silent wish.
You see, wishes lose their power once spoken aloud.
That does sound like something you'd say. Anyway, the first Holy Grail War orchestrated by Old Odie ended up being the last one. But the Dream Bubble movie, co-produced by Mr. Rekka and Dr. Edward, became a huge hit. Not only did it fill up movie theaters in Epsilon, it even created a new dream-chasing trend throughout the stars. Mr. Odie and the IPC's Penacony branch made quite the fortune from it.
That old fox didn't lose a thing.
As Mr. Adventuring guessed, Odie simply brushed everything off as entertainment when questioned about placing family heads and shareholders in danger. While compensation and lawsuits are inevitable, I suspect he already knew exactly what was coming, even before the Holy Grail was activated. Now, old Odie did say he planned to give you some money, but even he thought that was too crude. So instead, he gave us the most valuable thing from this Holy Grail War.
Too crude? No, no, no. Crude's good.
There's something inside the Holy Grail. I think this is a note for you.
Hey,
Cool.
brothers, since you all look pretty busy, I headed out with Hook. Big thanks to Mr. Odie for buying this rare trinket I got my hands on. That's how I could afford this spontaneous trip. By the way, aren't you curious what old Sempo's wish to the Holy Grail was?
I'm indeed curious.
I knew it, bro! You're still thinking about old Sempo, and I won't lie, the audience is waiting for it too. All right, folks, the show's over, but if there's anything still out there that can hear and fulfill my wish, I wish for everyone in the world to be happy, joyful, free, and have their every desire fulfilled.
Oh, Sampo. Oh, man, that was a good one. That one, oh, that's a good one. That was, I'm not gonna lie, that was a good story. Even though you literally just saw me just, like, play Lost Sword this entire time. Okay. I think that's it. I think we're good. I'll just do some last minute Stellar Jade pickups and then I'll call it for stream. Because I got work today! Baseball Bat Ninja, my apologies. I have roamed the stars and seen many wonders, thus I would like to ask, seek guidance. How would one chant the ninja mantra that can destroy all worlds? Rival to Nanook! Destroy all worlds rival to Nanook, then your ninja mantra would be unstoppable. It appears to violate my justice way of a ninja. To be honest, I only just participated in a 100-man ninja mantra study. All ninja at the ready, forming a square. Raucous decibels reignite ashes of death in the air. Humble in victory, gracious in defeat. The tutor ninja does not listen to self-praise on repeat. Universe is new. Mantra! So this is the universe's new mantra. Passing the trial will be a breeze. Your skills are totally gonna amaze. I also rhymed. I may not doubt my own perfected skill, but I know there are greater obstacles still. The necklace was indeed given to my hands, but Tutor Ninja kept it again, following other plans. Could I have had the chance to the finals advance? Alas, the ninja mantra riddle leaves before me a darkness dance. A ninja tongue-tied. The dazzling ninja is finally tongue-tied. No matter, never one to shirk from hurdles abound. Ninja burning bright till one's run aground. One last rhyme. Nice. Okie dokie artichokey, did my dailies for today. Wait a minute. Did I for... Okay, this is gonna bite me in the rear if this is going to be the case. Okay, good. I did my Echoes of War for the week. Cool, 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 cool. Yeah. I think everything's good. Everything's good. Yeah. Alright, guys. No meat. Alright, guys. Thank you so much for joining me for the stream. I hope you had a good one, and have a good start to your week. Before we end, consider supporting my friend Taylor's GoFundMe's, where she supports her daughter financially. 1, the child custody case. Ex-husband isn't paying child support. She needs help to support her child. So if you can help out by donating to her GoFundMe's, that would be greatly appreciated. You can also access the GoFundMe's on my Twitch. Thanks so much. Again, have a good start to your week. Peace.